Beach for PTSD Perspectives.org, and I thought today I would just talk to you about some of the basics about trauma and PTSD. Let's start with just a simple definition of trauma. Trauma with a capital T, those kinds of things that really affect us deeply, is any event that overwhelms your brain's ability to cope. And these events that incite kind of the fight and flight response in us trigger chemical reactions and hormones to flow through our brain, and they trigger kind of an off switch that, to protect us, kind of causes one side of our brain to shut down so that the whole memory isn't going to be processed. And so what happens is that our brain normally, during everyday living, everyday life, conversations, driving the car, whatever it might be, the right and left sides of our brain are functioning together as a unit. And one side is recording time and sequence and putting things in order and filing them in a logical place in our brain. And the other side of the brain is recording sounds and tastes and images and smells and sensations and feelings and emotions. And that's the side of the brain where the memory gets stuck during trauma. And the logical sequential side is the side that disengages. And so when someone has flashbacks in trauma, they're left with these powerful feelings that are disconnected from the sequence and the time and the on and off switches that normally function in our brain to be able to turn those things off and to file them and to make sense of them. And so trauma treatment, which is not anything like counseling, it treats the trauma and it's processes that try to engage both sides of the brain and get them to collaborate once again and work together, so that the story can be made whole with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain are then functioning in a unified manner to put that story together in a coherent way so that it can be filed in the brain and become a memory that we can then cope with and we can begin to heal from. Because a memory and a flashback are not the same. So trauma with a little t, those are the kinds of experiences that we can engage with in life because our brain doesn't flip that switch. But trauma with a big T, now you know why it's different. I hope this has been helpful to you. Again, this is Shelley Beach, PTSD Perspectives. Have a good day.